Also thought it was kind of interesting that Joan Osborne was born in 62 and is 53. So she just turned 53. She was 52. But look at this. She signed with Mercury Records. I just talked about Freddie Mercury and Kanye West singing the Queen song Bohemian Rhapsody and how it all ties in with gay marriage and him getting up on stage and interrupting Taylor Swift and just ridiculous. So Mercury deals with 88. There's 88, whatever, that it rotates 88 times for a year or whatever. An 88-day orbital period. That's what I was thinking of. I couldn't think of the name. But look, so you got that, and then her first full-length album was called Soul Show Live at Delta 88. Really, 88. And Delta 88 actually takes you to the Oldsmobile 88. And it's actually used in a lot of things. The movie Army of Darkness, I believe it's in. It's all to do with time travel, but interesting. It's the Oldsmobile 88. Came out in 1949, a year we've talked about consistently over and over. Just 49 in general. It's 66 years ago, so the two sixes. Just how the Queen Elizabeth II is surrounded by double sixes or 26 or 62. The word Oldsmobile actually adds up to 43 and 106. So 43, Civil War, whatever. 106 is the day that they've been foreshadowing like crazy. That was on 601, was on the train. The train was in Philadelphia, the one that wrecked the Amtrak. 601 was on the train. It was going 106 miles an hour. Obama on iPad Go 2 winks at 106. There's tons of stuff with this number. It's also September 23rd when you converted Julian to Gregorian. And then 43, I've talked about it multiple times in this video. I just wanted to show Army of Darkness. Movie's 88 minutes long, but they do talk about the 1973 Oldsmobile Delta 88. That's where they go to get their scientific knowledge from the textbooks in the trunk of it. So pointing that out also reminds me of the movie Donnie Darko, because when he goes to the movie theater, on the marquee they have Evil Dead, this is part of the trilogy of Evil Dead. It doesn't really make any sense considering Evil Dead came out in 1981 and came out in 1981. But in Donnie Darko, the movie's set in 1988, so it's kind of weird that they have Evil Dead on the marquee. But check this out. I've talked about it. 1981 was 34 years ago, and look at the budget. $34,000. I mean, give me a break. Evil Dead even adds up to 62. And I just wanted to point this out because I actually made a video on it a long time ago about Frank being Lucifer. The Evil Dead and the Last Temptation of Christ, which actually stars William Dafoe, who last year was, I think, 59 years old, born in 55. And he also plays in the movie called Antichrist. And I talked a lot about how X and also the number 59 and 55 have to do with Antichrist. And interesting, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this guy right here, he's even born on Pi Day, 722, or 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, but he's born in 55, age 59. I mean, I did a decode on this movie even, The Last Temptation of Christ, where he's Jesus, and he realizes that if he doesn't, he gets deceived by the devil or whatever, and if he doesn't go back and die on the cross, then he realizes what the world's going to turn into. But he's also in this movie. He's in a ton of movies with X in them too. He plays a character named X even, and New Rose Hotel, which is Rose and Valentine's and whatever. But also, he plays in the movie called Antichrist. He's the main character in it. I didn't even realize it came out the same year as that. But I guess just pointing out some of his movies here. Even 444, Last Day on Earth. And I guess if you go back, way back when and watch them, I've made like 3 or 4 videos about it. So, X being Antichrist and X being Frank and whatever. But anyway, it just reminded me of, so Pope Francis actually adds up to 122, but he also adds up to 59. And the word 43 adds up to 59. Oh, all these words, Negro, whatever. Don't want to make anyone mad after I already said this word, but slave is 59, jigaboo 59. The word kill is 59. Big brother, like in the book 1984, you're a slave to Big Brother, 59. October 6th, the day that Obama winks or whatever, or he winks at 106, and a big day that's been foreshadowed, 59. That song, One of Us, is 95, the mirror of 59. Just made a video about the hotels.com or whatever it was. And the captain in that show is, or commercial, Captain Obvious, 59. So basically, once again, this makes me really think they're going to kill Pope Francis. I mean, kill is 59, Pope Francis is 59. And it made me think to look a little bit more into Pope Francis because he, like I said, he's the first one from South America, or just from the Americas in general. But I mean, he's from South America, right? He's from the South. That means he's a Confederate, right? I mean, sorry, I'm typing with one hand because I got to hold a microphone, but South. He's a Confederate because he's from South America. It's all about the Civil War. I mean, just craziness. And earlier I showed all these connections to South America with 133, homosexual, tons of stuff here. But the word Rome, where the Pope is from, is 51. And, 51 is also Hawaii, where Obama's from. I've talked about a lot of this in previous videos. This is the Philadelphia experiment, the boat or whatever. Michelle Obama's 51. A lot of the stuff to do with gay marriage went back to her and Joan Rivers and Robin Williams. She's 51. Freddie X 51. Gray 51. Kanye West 51. Taylor Swift 51. He interrupted her. He got interrupted. Confederate 51. Bohemian Rhapsody was about, took you to Wayne's World. The main character was whatever. Geneva Bible is 51 years before the King James Bible. But just wanted to move on up here. Back to the 34s and 43 stuff. The word Vatican is 43 as well. And then back to the 84s, you got the word Jesuit. He's the first and only Jesuit Pope. Jesuit is 84. Obama was born on 84. The 84th prime is 433. On October 4th, it will be 433 years of the Gregorian calendar because it came out in 1582. Also, next year it'll be 434 years on October 4th. I said 31 is 84 years ago, 84, 31 years ago. American Pharaoh, 131, 31. The Mirrors, 78. 1978 is also 1952 plus 26. So it's 26 years into the Queen's reign. It was the last time that a horse won the Triple Crown was 37 years ago. The Queen became queen on the 37th day, which is February 2nd, which is also 2/6. Pope Francis is 78 years old right now. The last day that Pope Francis will be in America will be in Philadelphia on 9/27. 9/27 to his 79th birthday, 81 days away, 81. Also, 2 months, 20 days. That actually goes with the 51 because 2/20 is the 51st day of the year. February 20th actually adds up to 220. I think it's the only day that adds up to the same that it is. It's also 11 weeks and 4 days, 11/4, which is 11 times 4 is 44. It's November 4th, 1944 hours even. That's funny because that's 44. Obama's the 44th president. If him and Joe Biden both die, then John Boehner, whatever, will become the president. His name adds up to 44. 11/4 is Egyptian Valentine's Day. I've talked about how it all goes back to Valentine's with Lupercalia. There's a ton of 44. The Pope Francis was even named after Saint Francis of Assisi, who died at the age of 44. 44 is the name of Satan in The Mysterious Stranger by Mark Twain. Bill Clinton is actually 44 days younger than George Bush. JFK is 44 years older than Obama. Julius Caesar even died in 44 BC. Interesting, he was also the dictator of the Roman Republic, beginning in 49 BC. Talked about that number a billion times in previous videos. So 49 BC also died as in 44. Even the word 44, like 2 4s, adds up to 144. April 4th, like 4 adds up to 144. Talked about Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, 144, where the end of the world is on Valentine's. 144th prime is 827, which is actually, if you do that as a date, it's 8/27, the 239th day of the year. Obama, 44th president. The Pope's becoming Pope to Obama's birthday is 144 days away. Lincoln was shot on 4/14 or 14-4, which is 144. 5/2 to 9/23, Princess Charlotte to 9/23, 144 days. The Queen is 89 and 8/9. There's 144 days left. Even 12 times 12 is 144, which is very significant. 144 even adds up to 252. The mirror is 2552. And sorry if it's a little unorganized, but also the General Lee, or General Lee in general, Dukes of Hazzard car, but also General Lee, 84 and 48 is what he adds up to. The book 1984, the book actually starts on the date 4/4/1984. I mean, give me a break. It also came out in 1949 on 6/8, and I talked about how this day is 262 days after the 262nd day. This day was the last day my video got copyright struck, so it led me to the day that gay marriage happened on 6/26. United States of America adds the 84. 8/4 plus 9 years, 2 months, 3 days, like the 9/23, is 8/27, the 239th day of the year. And this is also Obama's 45th birthday, and that's significant because of iPad Go. Also, July 4th, 1776, to the beginning of the Civil War. It's only 84 years apart, 84 years, 9 months, 8 days, which 9 months, 8 days is actually, I believe it's 2 months, 22 days. Yeah, 2 months, 22 days is what it would be. But it was 84 years from 1776. But I'm just going to end this one here. I thought I was going to make like this one big video, but I'm just going to make it probably 3 parts because it just ends up being too long. Anyway, have a great one. The next video I'll actually talk about where Pope Francis is actually from and how it incorporates into the Civil War and whatnot. So, peace.